All right, we just have 11 minutes to go, and we have the Dow at 23,987. It is up 106 points, the high of the session moments ago, up 134, on pace to close the day out of correction territory, and the same goes for the S&P 500, which is now higher by 10 points. And this, Alexa, who gets what? Jeff Bezos' divorce could make Mackenzie, his wife, one of the biggest shareholders of Amazon, possibly the richest woman in the world. But what does this mean for Amazon shareholders in the future of the most valuable public traded company on planet Earth? Hillary Vaughn is following the story. She joins us now live in Los Angeles. So investors are very concerned about this divorce, Hillary.
They are, and they may or may not have a reason to be. We've heard kind of two sides to this, but at the end of the day, no matter what, this divorce is going to go down as the most expensive divorce in history because of how much money is involved. Jeff Bezos announcing his divorce on Twitter from his wife Mackenzie of 25 years, and that means that his net worth is about to be cut in half. TMZ reporting that Bezos did not have a prenup and that the couple will file for divorce in Washington. That's a community property state where assets are split 50-50, but it's not just Bezos' personal wealth that's at stake here. His majority holdings in his company Amazon and then his control of his own company could also be at stake. Right now, Bezos is worth about $137 billion and owns over 16% of Amazon. Mackenzie Bezos could be entitled to more than $66 billion in a payout, making her the world's richest woman if that were to happen. But she may opt for a payout that requires Bezos to sell or pledge some of his Amazon shares, which would dilute his ownership in Amazon. But legal experts that we talk to say that's probably not likely.
I think there's going to be very little impact on Amazon stock. What's basically going to happen is that they're going to transfer as many shares of stock as they can that will still put Mr. Bezos in the position that he will be able to maintain control. So there'll be probably maybe stock that's transferred to his wife, but it will be probably non-voting shares. So therefore, he maintains all control.
They also have millions of dollars invested in high-end real estate around the country that will need to be divvied up. And of course, he has other companies that are involved in this. He owns the Washington Post. He has his space company, Blue Origin, and also has significant holdings in Airbnb, Twitter, Uber, and Nextdoor. Lauren?
He also owns a lot of property. Hillary Vaughn, thank you very much.